Hey Tommy, how you doing? How's it going? Pretty good. How you doing? Hanging in there all right? Hey Sherry, how you doing? How's your husband doing? How's he doing? Yeah, sounds like it. Wow. Is he home now, Sherry? Oh, okay. So I guess he's stable then. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's tough. Are you able to keep up with your work? Oh, yeah, I believe it. It's a lot of stress. Oh, okay. Nice. That's cool. Is it hard to find decent help? Hey Steve, how you doing? It wasn't a bad day up here today, like 50. It sprinkled a little while ago, but it's pretty nice. Oh, you're still in limbo, huh, Steve? Why is that? Oh, that's cool, Tommy. Well, good luck. Steve, why are you in limbo? Oh, yeah, it sucks. Oh, cool, Sherry. Yeah, you're lucky. Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, you're all burnt out, Sherry. That'll do it to you. Yeah, that sucks, Steve. You know, usually, Steve, a power of attorney is only good while they're alive and incapacitated, not dead. So you might want to check up on that. Oh, awesome. Now, what I noticed on Remeron, Sherry, is when you take it, for some reason, they seem to put you on, at least in my case, it varies, it runs the gamut, a high dose, and it'll make you tired. You sleep like a damn baby. I actually only take 3.5 milligrams, and it works fine. That's a cheap miracle drug for me. Good. How long has he been on it? How long has he been on it, Sherry? Enough to find out if it's working or not? It usually works right away. Um, yeah, dementia's a bitch. Steve, call legal aid, Steve, because that power of attorney should only be good while she's alive. Now, if he's the executor, that's different. But you can always go to legal aid and challenge it. At least buy yourself some time. Oh, good. Yeah, it'll help your appetite. That's one of the downsides of it. Yeah, but while she's alive, that's the only time the power of attorney usually means anything. When she's dead, the power of attorney doesn't mean anything. It's only why the person's alive. If it makes him groggy the next day, he's taken too much. He's taken too much, Sherry. Yeah, find out how much he's taken. Oh, okay. Okay, well, if he died Tuesday, so who's going to get to have control of it now? Sherry, if he's been on it a month and he's groggy, I would cut back on it. I had the same problem. Yeah, it really does, Sherry. You're right. Yeah, well, you can call legal aid, Steve. I mean, they're not going to be able to just do it like that. I mean, there's a time period and there's laws regarding that. I mean, if you needed to buy some time, the worst case scenario, uh, make them evict you, which would take 6 months. Hey, Diane, how are you? It depends which antidepressant, Tommy. There's a million of them. They work different ways with different people. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll work that out with you, Steve. If you, I can tell you how to file a lawsuit and give you a step by step. I could even write the complaint up for you, but you'll need to file it yourself. I could buy enough time till January, no problem. It does depend on the person. You know, it's biochemistry. It's like anything else. Some people respond to drugs differently than others. Happy drunks, mean drugs, whatever. Yeah, no problem, Steve. I'm an expert at that stuff. I've filed about 50 lawsuits in my life. I can tell you from the beginning to end how to handle it. At the very least, I can I can walk you through. I'll do the complaint, and you just need to file it. And I could buy you a year, no problem. I mean, it's nothing illegal. It's the law. I mean, they just can't get you out of there all of a sudden because she died. I mean, there's a procedure for that. It could be, Sherry. These free apps aren't exactly reliable. Steve, have you been getting mail at the condo and everything? You get mail, you have bills come there in your name? Yeah, it'll take forever for them to get you out of there. So don't worry about that. Yeah, that's possible, Tommy. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. Did you get a chance to look at the trust, Steve? Do you have a copy of that? I mean, if you were willing to pay reasonable rent, maybe they just let you keep living there. But at the very worst, if they want you to leave, I can show you how to tie it up forever. Okay, Sherry. Well, I mean, there's ways to do it. You kind of have to, search databases. They'll probably get utilities in their name, that kind of thing. You got a year to do it in most places. What state are you in, Diane? What state are you in? Oh, you're in Michigan, huh? Well, let me know if you're going to sue them, and I'll see if I can find an address for you. Oh, okay, Steve. Yeah, those are all documents that you're going to want to prepare and have copies of. Yeah, it happened, sure. Probably a hung up program someplace. So, Steve, you were never on any kind of lease? Yeah. There's an implied contract there as well with regard to you paying the mortgage and the bills. So that's going to cause them some more problems. Yeah, that's right, Sherry. Yep. Wow, sorry about that, Diane. Yeah, even without a lease. Yep, that's right. Christ, if you lived in a liberal town like Ann Arbor, like Sherry did, you could probably live there forever. Sherry does. Ann Arbor, super pro tenant, the hell with the landlord. They have I know, I know. You know, I was kind of surprised, Sherry. They were really sticking it to people that had those solar panels on their roofs, which I was kind of surprised about. I know there was a lawsuit filed on those solar panels up there on Plymouth Road, and they were going to make them do something with them. I don't know what. No, yeah. Well, it's a legal procedure. It's an eviction. I think college students would be a little easier than somebody else, but they can stay there forever. Yeah, it sucks, Tony. Yeah, I know. No, okay, Diane. Well, you've got a long time to 2 years to file against them. I mean, you probably don't want to wait that long. But what I always tell people is give them some time to reestablish themselves. You can spin your wheels for the first couple months because they know you're going to be looking for them. But once they establish utilities and registrations and that kind of thing, it's easy to find them. If you need help with them, I'll find them for you. Yes, Michigan Steve. Yeah. I doubt the state will get control of their assets. Are there only, are there, there was a trust left or a will left, wasn't there? Or did she have any family at all? There's a trust or she had family. Which one, Steve? Oh, well, then it automatically goes to the next of kin. So the state's not going to get control of those assets. It'll probably be forced and probated if there wasn't a will. But you got some good parts on your side. Three people. Okay, there's got to be an executor on the will. Do you know who that is? Well, evictions really aren't supposed to be taken off a record. That's a permanent court file. Basically, it's in there forever. It's not like a credit report. Okay, but somebody will take his place if that was spelled out, Steve. But even if they don't, next of kin will take that over. I mean, you can always challenge it as well. Now, did you said that was what, your grandmother or aunt or something, Steve? Oh, it was dismissed. Yeah, it shouldn't count if it's dismissed. Oh, your stepmother, so it's not a blood relative. Well, believe it or not, you got a lot going for you on that. It's not just like a typical landlord tenant where the owner dies. You got 4 or 5 irons in the fire that could help you. Well, an eviction shouldn't show up on any record unless someone did a court record search on their own. If it was dismissed, that stuff's not to be reported until it's adjudicated, and dismissed isn't part of that. Yeah, well, Children's Protective Services does a lot up here. They take kids away from people all the time, place them in foster care. I think what I would do, Tommy, is I would get a certified copy of the dismissal just to have it around. Holy shit, Diane. Where is that at? Where are they doing this kind of stuff, Diane? Oh, okay. Yeah, an eviction that was dismissed should mean anything. See, what happens is the courts are wired into the state of Michigan, and I think it's on Mondays or Thursdays, one of these days, they come in and they purge all the records and they copy everything that's on file through their computer late at night. And sometimes, records get in there that shouldn't, and the dismissal is the dismissal. It shouldn't count for anything. I can't remember ever seeing an eviction on any of the reports that I've run. I've seen foreclosures and judgments, but an eviction is a civil procedure. The collection for back due rent would be something else. So if they attempted an eviction and it was dismissed, it shouldn't hurt you at all. Yeah, what a bunch of weirdos. The guy that just bought the golf course up here is from Port Huron. Their whole family's from Port Huron. Wow. Hey, Superwoman, how you doing? Diane, what do you mean the Port Huron Attorney General dropped it? But what you talked to him about what, Diane? About a criminal complaint? Diane, are you talking about a criminal complaint?
You've got mail.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's an assault. You should have immediately called the police. And you should. Good night, Tommy. Good luck with everything. And they wouldn't file charges? It is assault. Well, it'd be the prosecutor, not the attorney general. And he wouldn't have dropped it. They authorized for a warrant or not. So the police take the report, they give it to the prosecutor, and he decides if he wants to issue on it or not. And for some reason, he didn't. Well, it's not that they dropped it, they didn't charge them. They don't need to give a reason. It's prosecutor discretion. It comes down to authorize or not authorize. Yeah, that can happen, you know. Happens all the time. No, I don't know what the deal is. Evidently, the prosecutor didn't think there was enough to charge for an assault, which is odd if there were photographs. So maybe there's some witnesses that were interviewed later that gave a different story. I don't know. If you have it all on film, then it should have been a slam dunk. Why don't you upload it to YouTube? What, Daisy? Daisy's getting pissed. I'm not coming to bed. What do you want, hon? What, hon? What, Daisy? What, hon? What, hon? What do you want, honey? What do you want? What do you want, hon? What? You want to go, Betty? Yeah, they got to prove damages, Diane. They can't just sue you because they don't like you doing it. What, hon? Do you want to go to Betty's? Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. Glad you like them. I've been doing this marketing work for this new business I'm starting up. So what I do is I let videos upload while I'm doing something else. Or otherwise I'd never upload that many. Takes too long. You want to go? Daisy's getting pissed. I'm not going to bed. You want me to go, Betty, huh? You think she'd just go up there and lie in bed and be happy, but she'll come down here and start bugging me to go to bed. What, hon? Come over here. Come here, David. Come here, honey. What, you want to go, Betty? I gave her a haircut, shaved her hair. Huh? Do you want to go to Betty? Huh? You want to go to bed? You want to go, Betty? You do want to go to Betty? Huh? Is that what you want to do, is go to Betty? Yeah, I'm going to go to bed too. Superwoman, good night, Day. Good luck. If I can help you find those scumbags, give them a few weeks to settle in. Steve, good luck. If you need to file a lawsuit, I can do all the paperwork. You'll just need to turn it in. Yeah, good luck to your husband, Sherry. Hope you get caught up in everything. Okay, we're gonna go to bed. We can go, Betty. No, we're gonna go to bed now. Okay. You wanna go, Betty? All right. Do you wanna go to Betty? Do you wanna go to Betty? Yeah, thanks, Sherry. I know every dirty trick in the book. They made a career out of it. Good girl. Good night, Superwoman. Yeah, it sounds good. I had a guy from downtown want me to go down to Ann Arbor with him tomorrow, but I got too much stuff to do. Take you down to Detroit and show you some of those empty buildings. Did you ever hook up with Shaniqua? Oh, okay. I don't know. She was on the other night for a little bit. Yeah, it's fun down there, Sherry. Steve, you already signed off? Michigan, Steve. Oh, okay. Well, good night, Superwoman. Oh, tired. Good night, Sherry.